Hello everyone, I'm Riza Prasan here. My topic is financial and accounting skill for manager and course reflection, and my course is financial and accounting skill for the managers. And moving on the next slide. Introduction to FIN 500. Financial and Accounting Skills for Managers. FIN 500 is a basic MBA courses at Wesleyan University. It gives us the financial and accounting skills for niche and commercial decision making. And importance of the FIN 500, the course says it gives us the solid financial foundation to analyze and evaluate the financial data, identify the risk, make smart management choices. This course provides essential skill for companies leaders, entrepreneur, and industry experts. And presentation of this objective, my goal in this lecture is to review the FIN 500 core concept and techniques and tactic to explain how these principles apply to my job and the desired industry. They demonstrate how financial and accounting abilities to benefit managers to meaningful describe how this course has affected my career. And moving on the next slide. Yeah, accounting principles. GAAP generally accept the accounting principles. GAAP standard the financial reporting, generating uniformity and open scheme. Accrual accounting documents revenue the cost and as incurred and not find the cash change. Hence, this concept shows firm finance better. Matching principles. The matching concept links cost of income probability can be accessed more actability. Financial principles time value of money. The money has varied worth of different times according to the temporal value of the money. This is a crucial investment of the funding. Risk returns, managing investment and analysis project attractiveness requires understanding risk of return. Diversification lowers the portfolio the risk. Asset management investing can depends on the idea significance of the basic decision making. This idea applies to the commercial decision making, the advice of the financial reporting, investment assessment, the risk management, and more. Manager must be understand this idea to make a good judgment. And moving on the next slide, financial analysis technique, the ratio analysis, the liquidity, probability, and solvency are measures of the use to evaluate the company's financial performance. Example, current ratio and ROE. Trend analysis help us to see the trend and predict the financial data changes. And the predictable application in your career or industry. These methods have many uses in my business and industry. Explain one care in the marketing. In the marketing, financial ratio analysis assist may be evaluate and customer performance fitness and the being the better. Analyzing and prospective clients and liquidity ratios might reliable level the capacity to pay for our service. Technology industry trend is essential of the technology market forecasting, and I may better be predict future technology upgrade of the plane investment by the analysis and prior success data. And entrepreneurship financial analysis is essential for the company's strategy, the funding for the entrepreneurship startup. Variability is generally assessed to the investors and the level is and the financial assistance. And moving on the next slide. And the importance of the budget. Budget is involving setting the financial goals and creating the roadmap of the how companies will allocate resource. This is essential for several resource allocation, budget allocation resource to the various department of the project, ensuring that financial resource used efficiently. Performance evaluation. Budget provides the benchmark of evaluation actual performance by the comparing the budget figure of the actual results. And the decision making budget help in marketing decision budget investment cost control growth strategies. This provides the framework is assessing the financial acceptability of the project. Importance of the forecasting involves making educated estimate about the future financial performance based on the historical data and the market funds. And the risk like a mitigation forecasting helps identify the potential the risk and an uncertain allows companies to the involvement risk and management strategies. Basic planning, the forecast and crucial for the long-term strategies planning, such as expansion, diversification, and resource allocations, and examples of the project investment decision. When the decision is invest in the a new project, locates the budget, estimate the cost of the revenue. And moving on the next slide. And the cost management, strategic for the cost management, cost reduction tactics save the cost without the sacrifice quality. Automation, process improvement, and suppliers contact reconciliation may be accomplished. This cost control, setting the budget, analyzes the spending, and applying the control to keep the cost under the budget are the cost management measures. Active based costing, ABC detect the active cost, the enabling the organization display the resource effective just in time, and just in time reduce the inventory expenses by the ordering the supplies and time might before the manufacturing or sales. Real world application in your industry, this is technique at the crucial of the cost cutting in your in my sector. Example, manufacturing industry and manufacturing industry, healthcare industry, and real industry. And moving on the next slide. Capital budgeting. Capital budgeting is essential for the organization assess investment probability. I have discovered the importance of application of this nation at the FIN 500 concept of the capital budgeting. Capital budgeting determines the when the long-term initiative and investment and corporation should do. It is essential to evaluate the project rewards and the key concept of the capital budgeting, cash flow of the projections, risk assessment, cost of control, decision criteria, or real world application in your industry, and the examples of the realist developments and renewable energy. And moving on the next slide. And the key financial statement, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, the real role of financial analysis, income statement, and balance sheet and cash flow statement, and importance of the interconnectedness. And moving on the next slide. Risk management. Uh, risk management. Risk management. Importance of the risk management. Risk management identify the assets of the mitigation threats of the company's finances or performances. Key aspect of the risk management: risk identification, risk assessment, risk mitigation, monitoring and adaptation, real world application in your industry. Explain the financial service industry and insurance industry. And the taxation. And moving on the next slide is the taxation. Taxation concept, tax structures, understanding the how income, corporate, and sales tax affected companies, tax deduction, tax compliance, tax planning, the relevance of my career, taxation principle affected the financial planning of the choice in my job, and explain my financial work required tax knowledge to involve investment choice. The tax efficient investment method boost customer returns and career in entrepreneurship. The tax planning helps entrepreneur optimize the customer structure and cut tax bills and resource for the explanation and relevance of my industry and technology industry and the healthcare industry. And moving on the next slide. And the financial market links into like into verse borrowers companies, the powering of the global economy. Financial markets and their effects of the business and sectors have been examined in fin 500. The role of financial markets, capital allocation, price discovery, liquidity and risk management, impact of the my company's industry, and the tech for example a tech startup, retail industry, and energy sector. And this is the career and industry application. The FIN 500 knowledge applies in my work and industry of the interest. This part will be demonstrated how these course abilities and ideas may be applied application in my career. This training give me a significant financial and accounting ability in my work. Marketing manager, example one, financial analysis helps to my evaluate the prospective customers and partners. As a marketing manager, I may utilize ratio analysis to assess their liquidity and the profitability to ensure their work and the financial sounds partners. Entrepreneurship and application in my industry. This training applied direct to my the industry. And example one is technology industry, healthcare industry, and financial investment. And moving on the next slide, the key knowledge and financial and accounting principles, financial analysis, for budget and forecasting, cost management, capital budgeting, risk management, taxation, financial market, value of my career, and that's all. And this is the references, and that's all of my part. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Professor.